Meanwhile, there is new scrutiny in Annapolis from a scathing state audit finding widespread failures in how Maryland handles payroll, overtime, and employee benefits.
As Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor is reporting today, auditors say weak oversight is costing taxpayer millions. She joins us now with a breakdown of the numbers. Rebecca.
Yeah, Mary, included in this new report, auditors finding some state employees paid without timesheets, others paid after leaving their jobs, and overtime exploding. This all as Maryland faces yet another billion-dollar budget deficit this year.
In a scathing new audit, investigators finding the agency in charge of managing state payrolls letting millions slip through the cracks. The report finding overtime costs running rampant, up more than $100 million in a 3-year period, a nearly 50% increase, driven in part by nearly 800 employees whose overtime earnings consistently exceed their regular base salary. This graph showing 5 state employees year after year making roughly double their pay in overtime. Auditors also finding numerous employees that did not complete timesheets and 915 employees who remained on the payroll after they separated from the state. In one case, 23 employees reportedly paid $135,000 after they had already left their jobs. In another, 130 employees paid $740,000 despite never submitting a timesheet.
This is alarming because this is basic common sense and basic oversight that's not being carried out by the state.
Taxpayer advocate David Williams noting many of these problems were flagged in previous reports, but not corrected.
The biggest red flag for any agency is when you have an employee that's making more in overtime than they're making in their base salary. And that should be addressed immediately. It's just not enough to report the problem. There has to be action afterwards.
In response, state officials agreeing high levels of overtime is wasteful, but they say it's driven by chronic staffing shortages at 24/7 agencies. They add the proposed fixes may only bring marginal improvements.
The state is dropping the ball and is losing hundreds of millions of dollars that it absolutely needs.
It comes as the state weighs $150 million in cuts to disability services, a large portion targeting families caring for people with severe disabilities at home.
They cannot do this to the families, to this program that we depend on, especially when there are other ways to do this.
Advocates arguing the state should clean up its spending before asking its most vulnerable to sacrifice.
Every dollar that goes towards excessive overtime is a dollar that could be going to help people within the state without having to raise taxes or ask for more money from taxpayers.
Additionally, this audit also uncovered more than 7,000 state employees who weren't paying their health care premiums, potentially costing taxpayers up to $5 million. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.